I think there we're live. Mental Health Monday.
It's all Monday.
We're
Yeah,
we're growing our way into March.
we're growing on March right now because it is the last day of February.
We got a little ahead of
February.
ourselves, and we stopped the month of love a month early, or a month early, a week early, uh,
At
so
some
we could
points,
move
wishing
on.
it was a month early, but what it is, what it is.
Whatever.
No, it is funny. Yeah, that's what I did put in the description that this is the last Mental Health Monday of February.
Yes.
Like we know we just said last week was the last one of the month, but this one is the legit last one, the encore. Props to Jay-Z. We had an encore. We wanted more. A lot has happened in the last week since we were on Mental Health Monday in the world
Hmm.
around us, especially over in the far eastern side of the world. Well, a lot of craziness going on. A lot of people have been paying attention to it, so a lot of people have been high with anxiety
Hmm.
and stress and fear about what could happen, what could go down. And there's sometimes you gotta manage your way through that sort of stuff in your day to day. There's only so much we can do
Yeah.
from Illinois.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely been a big topic of thought and conversation in this household the
Yeah.
past few days, because it's like one of those things where it's like, what if, like worst case scenario, what if we find out we got nukes flying our way or something like that? It's pretty crazy shit.
It's crazy, but I mean, I think we've said it on the show. I think I've personally said this on the show that like if everybody's going at the same time, all right.
Oh yeah, Phil and I had a whole
All
conversation about
right.
how we just start blazing up. We'd go down the street to the hill, that nice grassy hill. We just sit up on top of the hill and smoke joints until it's over. You know,
Yeah,
just
because your area is gonzo.
yeah, because like if we're
Your
fucked, we're
area's gone.
fucked.
So
I
I'm
might
sorry,
as well
but
just
I
yeah.
stand a chance. Initial, I feel like where I'm at, as far away from Champaign as I would be, um, I would stand a chance for the initial shock. I feel like, but the
Hmm.
fallout is where I know that
Bite
I
the
would
dust.
go. I would go. It
Yeah.
would be a fun couple days. I feel like of just total chaos.
Phil and I, we've
But
really
probably
discussed
not.
it.
But
And
probably not. On the flip side, none of this would ever be like they show in like movies, TV,
mm,
anything. It would be like the most horrors you've ever seen
well, the
on
biggest
Earth.
thing that we talked about is that like we feel like, ourselves included, that like a lot of people are just not prepared for a worst case scenario like that. Like at all. Like, especially with the advances in technology, we've all become a little lazier and a little more reliant on this technology where it's like a lot of us don't know how to, plant our own food and shit like that, or hunt,
I
or
mean, but
you
that's
know
like
what I mean?
that's in
Like,
the event that you'll be able to after everything was said and
sure,
done.
sure, sure,
Like
sure.
I honestly think that, like because obviously I've been paying attention 12 years ago. About this
Mhm.
time 12 years ago, we were getting into like Romania, that part of Europe. I was on a deployment, so I went to the Ukraine. I've been all over there in all these places that are seeing this war right now. And it's like I think we might be advanced so much that if somebody did fire off nuke, everybody would fire off nukes and we'd all just be
Oh yeah,
you'd either the blast would get you or the fallout of radiation and nuclear winter that would come after that.
hmm
I mean that would be really tough to overcome as a humanity.
yeah.
And I really hope then that's all I've been looking at this past week with all that and it's like just I would hope I would hope people are smart enough to not do that, but at the same time
Yeah. It's scary. It's scary. I'm not even gonna front. It's definitely like a scary time. It's
It is, and that's why I was like, we should hit this topic today because it does get the anxiety pumping in you.
for sure.
And it is, and it's one of those things. Like that's why I started off saying there's only so much we can do over here.
Hmm.
I'm sure people have seen the donation links floating around if you want to donate uh, to the guys that really probably need it right now. And then other than that over here, I mean, from here there's not so much you can do. I think it's
Hmm.
smart to keep an eye on it, but don't drown in it. Like don't let
Right.
that be your only consumption of media all day every day is what's happening, what's because there's reports like every 5 seconds from what's
Yeah.
going on over there, and it can get addicting.
Yeah. With, me, the only things I see anything on is YouTube. That's pretty
Hmm.
much like the only social media that I'm actively on, other than Snapchat, but I really don't look at Snapchat like that. So YouTube, they'll usually have like the breaking news section, and that's usually like if I need to know something, I'll hear about it. And that was one of those situations where like every now and then they'll update it. Uh,
Hmm.
it has been one of those things where it's like I just can't spend my entire day worrying about it, because if it goes down, it goes down. What am I going to do? You know what I mean? It is what it is. But yeah, it's made me think about a lot of things for sure. Just like what do you do in a situation like that? Who would you call? Where would you go? What would you want to do? Sort of
Yeah.
thing. How would you handle it?
I mean, it's a smart thing to think about. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying, and have in mind, and try to plan out. I mean, that's the best you can do. Like I said, you
Hmm.
know, over a decade ago, I was learning all these worst case scenarios. So, like, luckily for me, if there was, I would hope there was never like a biological weapon, but
Hmm.
I would start to know something's up. Not too much though. Right now, like, you don't really think about those kind of things that you would really do. Do you have a gas mask by yourself? No, you don't. So
Right.
you're kind of fucked, when that happens, and it sucks. Let me tell you this, ladies and gentlemen. I've got to experience getting gassed because we all had to when we were in the military go through the gas chamber, and it sucks. It fucking sucks, and it's not fun, and you're totally disoriented. You can't breathe. You can't see. You got spit, snot, everything coming
Hmm.
everywhere, and it's terrible. It is a terrible thing, and so yeah, dude,
Yeah.
it's a good thing, but it's like you can't walk around every day like it's gonna be.
Right. You can't have your gas mask in your
Yeah,
backpack at all times and shit like that. Like, no, I know what you mean. It's like you got to be prepared, but you also can't like let it consume your life. There's that balance to it, like there is with everything.
you just got to go off the faith in the world and people that will make the right choices. Like, I had a conversation with somebody the other day that their opinion of things was, if somebody's being a bully in the world like that, we should go over there and put them
Hmm.
in their place. And I was like, I think the moves that have been made in this past week by everybody have been the right moves. I don't think they want
Hmm.
it to get more extreme than it is.
Yeah.
So it's like, let's do what we can. That, because
Hmm.
that would always be my mindset if I was in that position, is I'm going to do everything in my power until the very last option I have is, I guess, we go
Hmm.
there. But I still would always,
Right.
I would resort to, if people came at us, then, but that's just me.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. That's where I've kind of been. It's weird. It's a weird situation over there because, like I said, half of it, like for me, I've been in the military service or whatever, and a veteran and stuff. It's like, half of me has that mindset of, yeah, these people, Russia's been a bully forever. They're going over here, they're messing with people that were just living life, man,
Hmm.
doing their thing. Yeah, you know what? Let's just go fuck them up, man. But then the other half, of course, is no. We don't need
Yeah.
to get involved in things that ain't really our business. And so far, it hasn't been made so much our business. And we're sending aid, we're sending medical supplies, we're sending weapons, we're doing what we can to help out the people. If you, it's like, it's the best we can do besides putting actual people there, which I don't, we
Yeah.
ain't there yet. We ain't there
Yeah.
yet.
It definitely feels like that's not what anybody wants.
No.
Yeah. People, or if we could avoid it, that'd be great.
That'd be great, man. That
Yeah,
would
that'd
that
be
would
great.
be great. And but again, that's, I wish everybody in power was like me and we could all just sit down and be like, "Hey man, this is whoa.
Right.
Whoa. It's got out of hand real quick.
Can we all just get along?
Just go over there and do your thing." Um but that's a whole different mental health Monday subject we can get on, of Aaron's worldviews, and how, it's like, well, we kind of do just all live on this single solitary planet. I get it with countries and all that good stuff. I've been to a lot
Right.
and
Right.
they're all over the place, but like, when you pull back, I mean, you really
People.
can't go anywhere else. So
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
we looked at it that way, I feel like we might be able to Move
Maybe,
forward.
maybe one
Move
of these
forward.
days.
Well, I mean, it's just to me, it's always been like, even when I was younger, I just always felt like that just made sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, well, that just kind of makes sense. Like if we looked at we're all on this planet of Earth and
Mhm.
we're citizens of Earth and
Well, one of my favorite movies is, Arrival,
mhm,
and, it's just got this really cool, like, I don't know, by the end of it, because it's an alien invasion movie or whatever, and so like people usually assume, oh, the aliens are here, it's a negative thing,
right.
they're trying to take over or whatever. And by the end of this movie, the whole thing is that these aliens are trying to give uh, humanity a gift to kind of save us from ourselves, and that's the gift of this language, this shared language across the world. And once they learn this kind of shared language, it's a lot. It breaks down a lot of barriers. It's like communication is able to happen a little more freely at that point.
That's a concept I've seen around a few
Hmm.
places. I actually randomly in the newest season of Rick and Morty just caught one of the little end clips
Hmm.
that was kind of like that I guess I never saw when it was on or any of the 5 times I've watched the DVD I have of big monsters and they're going through the
uh,
dimensional portal and they're like, okay, now you're gonna go through the portal and you're gonna give them the cure for AIDS. Like everybody knows that we're giving the cure for AIDS when we go in these places. And there's like, are
hmm.
you sure that like our clothes aren't gonna get, stripped off in the portal and we're gonna show up screaming on the other side? He's like, no, I mean, I can't say for sure, but no.
Right,
And it's like they all
right,
show up and there's like, oh wait, where's my clothes? And then a little missile hits him in the head and he's like, oh what, oh, and then it's like the big
yeah.
monster in all the movies we've seen, like a Godzilla that we just instantly destroy. And he's like, 2 parts lemon juice, 1 part. And it's like,
That's funny.
it's like, you never
Yeah,
know these things. Like, and it's like, like I said, it's a fun concept that's been around. Yeah. Never know what the
yeah,
aliens would want.
yeah. I think you went more for the aliens. I think I was going more for the communication angle, but
I just went for a time of the communication. You know what I'm saying?
like communication's cool and all, but aliens, no, that'll bring a world together.
I mean, right now would be a time for aliens to show up and
Yeah,
bring a world together. I mean, I think everybody would kind of stop what the fuck they were doing right now and be like, "Wait, what?
right.
What? You're from where?"
Oh boy.
But
Yeah.
yeah, not likely. I hope everything over there works itself out peacefully. I saw articles today when I was checking up on it that both sides were trying to get a ceasefire to start going down. So hopefully that's something that really pulls through over there.
Hmm.
So people can stop worrying and can stop having their anxiety about it because capitalism's going to keep on churning. So we got to keep on burning every fucking day of our lives, unfortunately.
That's true.
Over
That's
here, at
true.
least, that's it. Sucks. It sucks,
Yeah.
but that's life there.
For the time being, we're working our way through it. Yeah.
And it's crazy that it's already March. This is kind of like a free form night here. We ain't really got specific topics too much in mind.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's March, bud.
It's crazy. It is. It's crazy. It's March. Yeah, time flies. Uh, we have a lot of stuff planned for next month. Um,
Yeah, it feels like we had like 4 months just like a week ago to
yeah,
work on everything, and
yeah,
then it's
no
like,
shit.
oh shit, okay, it's
I even
March
thought
now.
in the moment, I was like,
Cool.
"There's all this talk of yeah, we're ahead," and I'm like, "But we're not that ahead, and we're gonna sit here and be like we're ahead, and then we're gonna end up behind by the time the the stuff comes around." It's like, yeah, that sounds about right. Sounds about right.
It does, man. And February was kind of like a blur. Like, I mean, like
Yeah, February was weird, man.
that's the thing for me. It's like I feel like I did absolutely nothing
Nothing. Yep.
the entire month. Like I
Yeah.
remember the Super Bowl, but it feels like the Super Bowl was in January. I don't feel like it was in
Yeah, man, I don't know.
February.
February
No,
was
wait, yeah, it's the day before Valentine's Day. That's right.
it's just been cold, it's been snowy, there's been a lot of
That's true. It feels
staying
like
indoors.
every Thursday it feels like it's been a snowstorm.
Yeah, and it's just really the highlight of the month that we went and saw Jackass. That was us getting out of the house. Your concert, we had your concert.
Yeah. Oh wait. Oh yeah. And speaking of concerts, hold on here. Let me go to this. We got one coming up right here.
There we go. Sunday, March 27th.
You got
Nola's Rock Bar.
man. I was about to go down these names here, and I went to the first one, Azazel. Come on, bro. What is that? Is Azazel like that's hard to pronounce? Dose 2.0, 2.2. There we go. NTR Prodigy. I hate pronouncing stuff, man. You should have went and did this. The
You're doing great.
leftovers. The leftovers, they're a nice bunch. I like those guys. The delinquents, I know them. They're nice. They're nice.
Yeah,
V8
yeah.
Bass Change, heard of him. He's dope. And the Zyper Collective, I would
Perhaps the Zipper Collective.
Zipper Collective, Zyper. I don't know. I would
I
think
don't know.
Zyper. It's probably
I would,
Zipper,
yeah,
for sure.
the two
But
P's.
Zyper always just sounded. I've heard that. I've heard of them before.
Yeah.
Of course, with the special performance by Trouble Chasin'
Yes,
and DJ
sir.
Belly. So that's dope. Hopefully we can get Chase and Chase together so we can clear the rumors of him being on the show because
Right, yeah.
those
Finally,
guys,
finally, you know, people are like, I never see you and Chase Baby in the same room at the same time. Is that a coincidence? It's like,
we can finally set the record straight. God damn it!
finally set the record straight. We are two different people. We are two different people. Yes, indeedy. Um,
But yeah, that should be really dope, man. We're trying
yeah.
to get to summer camp. Scamp.
Yep.
Every
Yeah.
ticket gives you a vote to vote for an artist that you would like to send there. So it'd be dope if people showed up and people voted for your boy. I never well, I mean I finally got to go. This guy made my summer camp dreams come true last summer. We know how that turned out. So
Yes, we do.
you got to send the entire crew to a good summer camp this year.
To make
Hopefully
up for last year.
hopefully we can get the ones that were alive out and then show them an actual summer camp.
Yeah. Yeah. What else? Well, you know, if people want a little sneaky peek and didn't get the chance to make it out to the Canopy Club last Sunday, uh, you know, we'll have a little special presentation coming up here soon on the Chase and Shep show. Show you just a little bit, just a little taste of what you missed. Because we couldn't show you the whole thing. You should have been there if you wanted to see the whole thing.
This is true.
And if you like what you see and you want a second chance, March 27th is your day. Nola's Rock Bar is your place. The leftovers are your people. So there you go. Promos on promos on promos. The next 30 minutes, 40 minutes, we'll just promote this show on a loop.
Let me tell you this. Let me tell you that. It's gonna be so cool. Nah, it'll be a fun one. You know, we debuted the Leftover Collective. Is myself, Johnny Cast. I do my thing. We got Humbly G. A lot of people know him from Rogue Tendency days with me. Mo Pesci, the Yop Squad captain. He's a member of the Delinquents. He'd be doing his thing and has been doing his things for a long while. And Anomaly of Scoop. Which I mean, if you've been a fan of this show, you've seen the merch being worn, and if you live in Champaign, you've seen it all around. I'm
all
sure,
over the place.
all over the fucking place. And if you're out in Cali, you've probably seen people skating with it, and you're like, "Damn, that's fresh." You can get some skate decks at skewwhip.com.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, good ass group. We
Is
got
that
some dope
everybody?
stuff.
Johnny Cash, Humbly G, Mo Pesci, Anomaly. Are we missing anybody?
I mean, you know, we got Solo on some tracks, Solo the Poet, which he was at the past show this 2 weeks ago about. And I don't know, man. Like there's a lot of people like it's I like
A
the group because
rotating cast.
to me it's like you got like to me it was like the green team back in the day where the green team was like, you know, me, Pudgy, Lope, and Mage. But then like, you know, you might catch a couple buddies on this track or a friend on that track and shit. And we never said like, oh, this is green team featuring. No, it's green team, man. They're a member. And the leftovers is kind of like that. You know what I'm saying? Like
I
we're
feel you.
we're going a different way about getting the music out to people, I guess, because we've been doing a lot of music together this past year. And so it's like, Humbly G will be dropping some of it. AV will be dropping some of it. Pesci will be dropping some of it. I think I'm going to take like a track,
Hmm.
because I've already used two tracks so far. Two tracks have already been released. I mean, now that, it's out of the cat's out of the bag. I mean, if you want to hear some leftovers, go check out the Johnny Cash CD, Tales from the Midnight Society, because Nightmare on Elm Trees is a leftover track. And then on Chase and Shep's 420 album this past
Hmm.
year, we also had a leftover track with
Smoke with me
Smoke with Me, with Black Mage was on it, AV, me, and Humbly G.
and Pesci as well.
I don't think he was on that track, was he?
I think so. I just listened to it the other day. I'm pretty sure he's on it.
I don't think he's on that track, man. I'll have to check it because I don't think he's on it. Maybe we added him in, but I don't think he was there that day.
I feel like he's on it.
Because that's why we put Mage on it.
I'll check. I'll check.
Let's check, ladies and gentlemen. But either
Fact
way,
check. This is
either
this
way,
is what you get your other people for.
it's gonna be a real dope show. We're about to start building it up this week. So if there's any tracks you want to hear, holler at your boy, and we can make it happen. But yeah, there should be more. I think the next song I'll be releasing from the group will be around 420. Personally,
Which will have plenty of great stuff
yeah. Oh, of course,
for 420
yeah.
coming up. Sorry, I feel like this is such a okay. I guess there's no Pesci. I think I am getting it mixed up with something else. Yeah, that's just Humbly G, AV, Mage,
I
Johnny
mean, we're
Cash.
gonna have to change that though because I'm pretty sure because I know he's not on the Papasso track either, which is another smoking track that we got. And it just doesn't sit right with me not having Pesci on a smoking track with me,
Yeah,
even though we talk about smoking on pretty much every song, pretty much every song we do. But
but
it is
yeah,
what it is. It is what it is, man. He did tell me, and my favorite part of that concert was I don't know if I said this last week. He did at one point. I don't know if anybody noticed that was there. Grab me and whisper something into my ear, and what he did whisper into my ear was that I cannot dance. And I said, "No, no shit." He's like, "Hey, yo, Shep, you can't dance." I'm like, "Yeah, no shit, I can't dance, man. I don't know what the fuck to do up here. I'm just shaking." I was gone at that moment.
yeah.
Too many White Claws.
That's what happens when the claws come out.
That's why this next one we're gonna go harder. I'm gonna have to take the next day off work because that was rough. That was a rough one. So
Yeah, hopefully I'll be more prepared because, like I said, I like all the footage we got, and that was just on a whim. So
mhm.
we'll see what a little preparation gets us. But
I hope I'm more prepared. I need a run or something, Stop
yeah.
sitting down all the time.
I feel you. Yeah, February is like that, man. I've always said my seasonal depression hits in like January, February.
I
But I
didn't have no
feel like
depression this time,
it
this year.
definitely it wasn't so much depression for me this time around, but like those are always the months where it's like, man, like
But maybe it is. That's the thing. That's what I always think. I'm like, man, this must have been good. I've been mentally, I've been
I've just
good,
been
but then I'm like,
sleeping like a motherfucker.
but maybe
Yeah,
I'm not.
yeah,
And
I feel you.
it makes you think, but maybe I'm not. Damn it. Maybe
Yeah,
I've been fucked up all month and ain't no, I haven't. It's been, like I said, it hasn't been a very eventful month as far as going out doing things or anything like that, but it has been as far as I would say my creativity.
yeah,
Like me, like
I'd agree.
making those CDs and stuff like that for that concert and like doing this and that. Um, it got me excited again, man. It really got me going and being like, damn, just thinking about the potentials and stuff of the
Yeah,
year and being like, we can make this little merch or we could do this or if I could have done this at that show, that would have been so dope. But
yeah. It'll
that's
just
what the
be
game's about, in my opinion, is trying, failing, trying something else. Maybe it works, failing. You know, like I didn't sell any merch at my show. Okay, that sucks. I got merch on deck now for my next show. Okay, that's good. And then like the next day I made a sale on a CD online. So it's like,
There
oh,
you
well, I mean, you never know if that was, the same thing, and you could have got it for free the night before, but whatever, whatever.
go. Whatever.
That
Appreciate it.
works too.
Yeah.
Um yeah, and like I said, it was more like that. Like that was my takeaway from that, trying to sell my merch that time, because that's how it
Mhm.
is, folks, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. That's how I do my thing. Like I try something and then I analyze when I'm done. I'm like, well, I had a lot more people online, like on my Snapchat, hit me up, being like, "Yo, dog, like, you send me some of that shit and stuff like that." Than I did like at the concert. But then it's like I wasn't at that booth, you know. Maybe I need to get a better looking person to stand there at that booth than just me and be like, "Hey, I got Johnny Cash merch here. You want to buy it?"
I
There's
know
merch.
people
Hey,
people dug the setup.
there's merch that I have bought specifically based on somebody working at a booth that has like been like, "Hey," and then they convinced me to buy it.
Hell yeah. Next time, bud. Next time. They're
I'm
not
just
gonna want
gonna
to miss it.
I'm just gonna wait for it to get warm, and I'm gonna take all those camp shirts that we got, and I'm gonna take like a couple of them, and I'm gonna tie dye them, and
There you
then
go.
we're gonna have a couple different options for sale, and I'll be like, I fucking hand tie dyed this. It's $10. Buy it
Please, please, please buy our shit.
or don't. Like
Or
you could
don't.
probably just ask nicely, and I'll be like, yeah, okay,
Yeah, there's
whatever.
that too.
Yeah, we're
Well,
we're we're pretty fun guys.
I don't know about you, bud, but I don't think I can drag this out for 30 more minutes today.
You're just not feeling it, huh?
No, my mind's feeling just fine today, really. Not much else to share. We're leaving the month of love. Just
Oh, it's been left.
it's done been left. That's that's what I'm saying. So I've just been kind of moseying into March. I guess I've been trying new things as far as approaches to the mental health and things like that. Uh, just it's like it's one of those things. I've talked about this before, where it's like you can hear the same shit over and over and over and over again, and it's not until you hear it like the one time where it finally like clicks for you. And I feel like anytime somebody's like, "Oh, what are you trying that's different?" It's like, "Oh, something I've thrown out before. I just never utilized it." So it's like, you always hear that thing of like weathering the storm or whether or whatever. And it's like I've been trying to take that more to heart lately whenever I find myself in a situation. It's like, hey, just hold fast and that shit'll pass for sure. Uh, sometimes it gets a little, nerve wracking. Sometimes you don't think it's gonna pass. Good lord, with the words. You don't think it's gonna pass, but it does. It's not
Does.
forever. But yeah, that's really been the biggest thing as of late. Just trying to go more with the flow of things. You know, I've brought up the whole Wu Wei doing nothing thing before, but another breakdown of that is like they say it's effortless action, and I think that's a better way to put it because it's like you're not forcing anything. That's that whole being water concept. It's like just don't force anything.
Yeah.
If you feel yourself starting to force something, just stop. Just stop. Just don't do it.
And it is like that, man. Like I said, it really is just being. There's a lot of people, I've seen a lot of people just say, just be, just as a
Mhm.
saying, just be, and
Yeah.
shit like that. And I've always done that. That's kind of how our approach has always been, and as far as what we've done, it's my
Hmm.
approach with music. And good things come. Good things will
Definitely.
come when you need it, when you're waiting on it. This past week, we were already talking about like what's going on in the world and stuff, but like within my own world,
Hmm.
good shit has happened within this past week. Outside of that, like with my music, like I don't know, you might have seen it on my Snapchat the other day or some shit, but I saw like somebody had put one of my songs on a playlist of theirs called Will to Live. And when I
Yeah.
saw that, I was like, God damn, man, that means a lot to me as an artist, that like something that I've made uh was like dope enough that somebody's like, oh, this makes me want to fucking live. I
Hmm.
like this. I'll put this up on this playlist of songs that make me feel like being alive and shit like that. That makes you feel complete, you know what I'm saying, accomplished as an artist.
Yeah.
And just like that, then with what was going on, I was talking to you about before we came live tonight, um, out there in Ukraine, got me back in touch with people I haven't talked to in years that I was over there with when I was, and it's been, you know, the little, you know, looking for good and bad situations, a little good that's like, okay, well then that's a new bridge that just got rebuilt,
Hmm.
you know, at this point because of what's happening there. And it's dope, man. I like it. It's been a good way to end the month. Tomorrow we start March.
We sure do.
I don't know. I believe what's the Ides of March? Isn't that something? Is that Ides of
Yeah.
March? We sound
Yeah. It is. Beware the Ides of March.
it's they're coming for you, man. And wait, isn't it is also isn't I feel like Chris Farley on the Chris Farley show when he's just like, you remember that? Hey, you remember that time?
You remember that time?
You remember that YouTube show you were in, when you had that summer camp that was named after you? That was pretty funny.
That was pretty
That
funny.
was pretty
That was
funny,
very
right?
funny.
No, but anyway, isn't March like the month that like it comes in like a lion and leaves like a lamb? Is that a thing?
I
Or is
don't
that like
know.
spring?
I'm still looking up the Ides of March.
Somebody comment right now. Is that a thing? Is that a
Is
thing?
that a thing? In fact, the Ides of March.
We got three of y'all watching right now. Is that a thing? Is it spring that comes in like a lion and leaves like a lamb, or vice versa, or is that March? Because I remember that from being a kid. That's like if the first
What
day
did
of
you
March,
say? It what like a lion?
I did if it comes like a lion, leaves like a lamb. I don't know. They're just like saying like if March 1st is nice and sunny, then the last day of March is
Well,
usually like a
I think it's.
thunderstorm. Or is that
I
spring?
think
Like
so.
spring comes in nice and sunny and leaves like a thunderstorm.
It just keeps telling me about an anime called March Comes In Like a Lion. So I'm assuming that it is a thing if that's like the title.
So it must be March.
It's
And
got
I
to be.
believe tomorrow is supposed to be beautiful and sunny, so
So
we know how we're gonna exit. You
hell
heard
yeah.
it here first on Chase and Shep. We are being Chase and Shep investigates. Boom, boom.
What are we investigating? The
If this is
weather?
if the saying is true.
Oh, I gotcha. With the I
God
gotcha.
damn, it's supposed to be 65 degrees on Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Sheppy. It's the Sheppy weather report. Hey, hold on. Can I do that? Hold on. Let's see. Let me see if I can do that real quick. Beforehand, since we're just fucking around, let me see. I'm popping up my weather app real quick on my computer. We can hit a Sheppy weather report. Down, down, down.
Just
Oh
gonna
shit.
break it down.
I'm gonna break it down for you, ladies and gentlemen. Share the screen. Windows. Oh bitch. Oh bitch.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go, baby boy. Look at us. We got it over here, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to your Sheppy weather report. Today was beautiful. It was partly cloudy. 54 degrees was the high. Tomorrow, look at that though. Wednesday, baby. What a dip. Wait, what the fuck happens on Thursday is all I'm asking. What happens? Why Thursdays? Ladies and gentlemen, this is historic too. This is the fourth Thursday in a row that the weather has been kind of an asshole. So I would like to know what's going to happen. Like, is it because it's Batman night? Is that why they got to get it nice and cold for you to go out and
Maybe.
brew and be like, ah, Gotham? 52, 63, 54, or 50, 59, 44.
You don't sound like you're doing the weather. You sound like you're doing the lotto numbers. Like
Don't make me pull up the Powerballs. Don't make. This has been a Sheppy weather report, ladies and gentlemen. Them on Tuesday and Wednesday, it looks nice and high.
oh god. There's a reason that bit hasn't been a thing.
Brought to you by weather.com.
Thanks, weather.com.
Thank you, weather.com, for sponsoring Chase and Shep and all your endeavors that you do. Please
Oh
don't
yeah.
sue us. I don't have any money. But that's been a Monday for you guys. You had 34 minutes of madness here. We're getting into the month of madness all around. Well, no, it's not. It should have been.
No,
Damn it.
should have been.
Ugh. But March Madness
It
is
still
going
can
down,
be.
so it
It still
counts.
can be.
Okay, March Madness is still going down, so
It
it
can
counts.
still be the month of madness.
It hopefully won't be because of any conflict. Remember, please don't let it
That's
consume
true.
all day, every day of your life. Please check up on it. Give your thoughts to those you need to give your thoughts to, and pay attention. But you can only do so much. You can
That's
only do so much.
absolutely right.
And that's just show your support. And we do it, Chase and Shep.
Peace.
Smooches and deuces.